It helped me be more invested in my literature review as well, because not only am I reading it all on my computer, but I'm reading it and sorting it out in person as well.
Benvenuti, scholars. This video is especially for more right-brained, creative doctoral students who want a hands-on approach to breaking down and successfully managing one of the longest and most intimidating parts of the dissertation process, writing the review of literature in Chapter 2. Some of our best video ideas come from students at residency. This past week, my friend, Dr. John Padgett, called me over to see the unique way one of his doctoral students approached writing her literature review. In fact, Dr. Joe Markette wrote directions to this strategy in a blog over a year ago that'll be linked to the description box if this might be a strategy you want to consider.
Hi, my name's Kayla Weston. I'm in the end of my second year, going into my third year of my doctoral program. I am currently in the dissertation phase in those classes, so I'm working on writing my Chapter 2, which is the literature review. And I just kind of wanted to share a little bit about how that process worked for me. So I did it a little non-conventional in ways that everybody else was doing it. I'm an art teacher, so I'm very right-brained. I needed something kind of different that worked for me. So I just wanted to share a little bit about it. When I first did it, I just did a data dump. I would copy and paste what I found from the literature, and then I referenced it so I didn't lose that citation, and then I just dumped it all in here. This is about 30 pages long, and then I printed that out, and then I cut it all up and I put it into my themes that you can see here. So my themes start up top, and then I cut them out and organize them based on that. And then I was able to identify subcategories or sub-themes that went in them, so I could figure out the flow of the Chapter 2. So I just kind of did that throughout the whole chapter. It is very long, but it works for my brain to do it this way. And then as I go along with it, I highlight what I used, so that way if I need to come back and look at it, I can identify what parts of the reference I used. I made sure to paraphrase as I moved along with it, because obviously you don't want to copy and paste from the literature. So I'm paraphrasing as I move along through it. I'm writing notes on the side, so that way I know this yellow highlighter on the side tells me the notes that I need to look into when I'm doing my review of it and doing my edits. So it's all kind of color coordinated, and it helps me just process through it a little bit better than doing it all digitally. So I was able to kind of turn it into more of an arts and crafts thing for me. That made it better for me to understand as somebody who is more creative, more right-brained than just doing it online, like how everybody else is doing it. So it was actually in this folder. I put it in a fun folder so that way I enjoy looking at it more. And I would do this on my preps because I'm a teacher. So every day I had this in my backpack, and during each prep I would cut out the next theme, and then I would organize them into the little categories. So it was kind of spread out all over my desk. Doing this made me see that there's a lot of overlap that I'm essentially have to edit out or around. So I have 9 themes for my Chapter 2 right now, and a lot of them overlap. So it allowed me to see that, okay, this really goes into this category, and I was able to minimize that. So it really just gave me a big visual of my chapter before I was diving into writing it. I had them from the get-go. So when I made this outline, this data dump one, that's kind of where they came together. So as I was going through my literature references, I created the themes with it. So I kind of went historically from the start of my theme and how it was used within the education system, and then I did that for the second theme as well. Just went historically through them, which helped me lay it out online a little bit better. I will say Google Scholar and the library definitely have helped me identify those sources. It really motivated me to do my outline this way, just because staring at a screen does not work for me. It helped me get excited to do it. That's why I said do it in a fun folder, do it with colors. It helped me be more invested in my literature review as well, because not only am I reading it all on my computer, but I'm reading it and sorting it out in person as well. And I felt really into the literature. It made me have a better understanding of my topic going through it this way. So I teach at a high school, and my students would see me working on this, and they were definitely interested in it. They're not 100% sure what it means when I try to explain to them what I'm doing in a doctoral program, but I told them that I can help them figure out their outlines for their papers, and they appreciated that, because I think this works for a lot of my students as well. Not all students learn the same way, and I think this is a good representation of how visual learners and right brain learners do things differently. So creating an outline really helped me write fast. I took the time to organize here, so all I have to do now is just go through my sections while I'm writing. This was like the heavy brain work to get it all organized and where to go, and this is just in front of me now and I type it away. It's really, the writing part is so easy and so quick just because I took the time to do an outline for it this way. I highly recommend doing an outline for your chapter 2. It will help you gather your thoughts, stay organized. Even if you're tempted not to do one, I would say figure out a way that works for you, because it will save you time in the long run.
Thanks, Kayla, for sharing your creative approach to writing chapter 2. Again, my wife's blog about her similar experience is in the description box below. Let me help you get to graduation.